Hey everyone, today's Track Central favorite is called Quarry Climb Full. It's by BAM3214. It's an extreme track that's technical and high speed. It's not a ninja track, so that's nothing to worry about. And we are watching my replay here with 18 faults. It is on the longer end. After editing, I believe it's about 4 minutes long, the track. Obviously, the run you're seeing, I have edited out the checkpoints where I made multiple mistakes just to make it slightly more entertaining, although I have kept some mistakes in there. You'll see about 8 of my 18 faults ish, and I do really like this track. The only mild complaint I have about it is that I prefer when the really hard sections are near the beginning and then it gets slightly easier near the end, as opposed to this one where all the hard objectives are almost right at the end, which means if you get really good at the beginning and then screw up at the end and you're actually going for a good time or a good amount of anything, you kind of get screwed over just because it's hard to know if you're going to do well or not at the end, and you have to do all this just to see if you're going to get lucky. So that's my major complaint. If that made any sense to anybody, that would be fantastic, but I have a feeling I was mumbling and it didn't make any sense to anybody. Anyways, here we are. We're getting maybe about halfway through now, and here's where it gets a little bit more frustrating, but still not that bad. And here you can see I've skipped a few of my mistakes, and I'll let you know when it does get really frustrating. This checkpoint right here, it's really stupid because there's a turn. It's really hard to anticipate how far everything is, but I do get it on my first try. My tip is to just try to get yourself as vertical as possible before hitting that wall, and you should be able to make it. Now you have a very steep climb, which is actually one of the easier of the, in my opinion at least, of the objectives. And obviously I crashed after it, right? As I said, it was the easiest. Anyways, we're gonna just keep climbing here, and after this big climb is when it begins to just get on my nerves, just because the checkpoints are way too far apart, and just the way everything's kind of laid out. Now, keep in mind, I am pointing out quite a bit of flaws. It did make Track Central favorites, which I guess it'd have to be one of my favorites to make my favorites list. It's probably on my lower end of the favorites. I just thought it was unique enough that I should show you guys it and tell you some of my opinions about it and let you guys know that I think you should try it and download it at least. It is challenging, but it's still challenging enough that it's not challenging enough that it's not fun anymore. So I do recommend it. We are nearing the 75% mark now, I believe. And this is probably the worst. Look at me using all my Tony Hawk lingo. Worst checkpoint in the game. And then this one's really stupid because it's a two-parter, although there's no checkpoint in between, and the last part's really hard. So you see me skip over 4 faults right there, and I just hate this checkpoint. And I actually thought I did it here and then gunned it and flipped right after, but it did count. So we're nearing the end, and then after this section, it's just one of those high-speed sections that take no skill, which was really out of the blue considering it's an extreme track. But this whole part right here, it's just run and gun all the way down, and once you do that, you'll see me. I get there in about 4 minutes 30 seconds. In a clean edited run, it's about 3 minutes and 30 seconds, I think. So hopefully that you guys enjoyed that video, and I hope you do give it this track a trial. See what I did there. Anyways, I'll see you guys on the other side of my next videos, which will not be this, but rather achievement guides. Thanks for watching.